Welcome to Module 3 of the Duo training series. In this module, we'll be covering target customers, their priorities, and key verticals to focus on. By the end of this module, you'll understand 1. The target influencers who will champion the need for Duo. 2. The key business decision makers with buying power in a typical organization. 3. And what makes Duo a great fit in our target verticals. Let's start by looking at the general market for MFA solutions like Duo. The MFA and global access solution market is booming, creating an opportunity to expand your current accounts and open new ones. Today's organizations must be able to secure any user, any device, any application, and in any location. Most security teams will not be able to say they meet all these criteria, as Zero Trust is still a new concept, and IT buyers are slow to change their approach. Because of its broad applicability and easy deployment, Duo is a great way to break into crowded accounts and show the broader value of Cisco. Let's discuss the key roles you're likely to interact with when selling Duo. There will likely be more people involved depending on the organization's size, but you should focus on connecting with Director of Security and the Security Administrator first. Generally, these two roles have been tasked with specific security outcomes and will have significant influence on implementation of new tools. The final decision, however, generally resides at the C-suite level, with the business decision makers, BDMs, typically in the hands of the CIO or CISO. So it's critical to understand their goals and connect with them throughout the sales cycle. These 4 roles are important in any Duo sale, so let's look at each more in depth. Security admins are a great place to start in the organizations, since Duo solves many of their daily challenges. They have many things on their plate, but the 3 main areas of frustration for a security admin are not having enough time to plan ahead and implement a solution needed instantly, being on call 24/7, experiencing constant fire drills, managing IT hygiene, and receiving excessive help desk tickets, and dealing with the ramifications of having insufficient budget while struggling to convince stakeholders to purchase new solutions. Security admins quickly see value in the Duo solution because it relieves these pain points without creating administrative burdens. Duo is designed and proven to be fast and easy to set up, helping organizations to start protecting their users quickly. Duo makes admins' jobs easier by enabling users to do self-remediation, reducing IT overhead without requiring additional internal infrastructure. Duo is also affordable without hidden charges, and the low IT overhead required helps reduce costs. Security admins often run the front line for directors of security and can be your pathway into the business. Now let's take a look at how you can target the Director of Security. The Director of Security is the second influencer you can target to get to business decision makers. What are pain points for Directors of Security? Keeping pace with technology and latest threats, having a shortage of budget and skilled IT security professionals, and enabling the business while minimizing risk. To address these key priorities, you can emphasize the following benefits. Duo works with any device or app, helping customers keep pace with new technology and stay ahead of threats. It eases the management burden and reduces the need for IT overhead. And quick deployment and adoption of Duo minimizes risks while handling a vital security need. The main business decision maker the Director of Security is connected to is the CISO, making this relationship important to foster well. Regardless of the influencer you're talking to, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, frame the conversation in terms of business risk and engage SEs and PMs as much as possible to find the solution that best helps the customer address those risks. Also, become a trusted advisor by providing accurate answers to questions and aligning the full Cisco security story with a roadmap of technology changes that will deliver business value quickly. Finally, emphasize how Duo drives ROI by delivering business value at a low cost. Now that we've explained the role of influencers, let's look closer at the important decision makers you're likely to encounter. Having conversations with CISOs is important for positioning Duo as a solution, as they are the main business decision maker responsible for security. CISOs often work with the CIO to plan and implement solutions. CISOs care about three main things: quickly responding to and protecting the organization from ongoing security breaches and data loss, outlining strategy for meeting security compliance requirements to avoid fines and penalties, and moving the business towards cloud adoption with minimal security blocks. To address these concerns, Duo identifies devices that are security risks in the network and informs customers of suspicious activity. Duo also improves organizational security and risk posture while ensuring regulatory compliance. And it integrates into any device, even BYOD, is cloud-hosted so it's easy to manage, connects to any app, and enables end users to assist in security. This makes it easy to implement, easy to adopt, and gives customers a high amount of security value for their business quickly. Up next, CIOs. CIOs work closely with other executives to ensure the business has what it needs to function. In general, the CIOs care about implementing industry-leading standards that support executive-level strategy for the future of the digital enterprise. Next, they care about increasing business value while managing costs. This is a key consideration when CIOs make decisions regarding new cloud solutions. Finally, they care about driving and managing the organization's IT infrastructure to ensure it is updated, up and running, and accessible to the user base. As such, some talking points that might resonate are: Duo supports any device and application, allowing for easy adoption of old technology while supporting new ones. Duo also offers a cost-effective approach that reduces IT overhead, is affordably priced, and enables cloud adoption. And Duo provides insights into device hygiene, surfaces information via dashboards, provides insights into user activity. Keep the following tips in mind when engaging with CISOs and CIOs. Keep it simple. Explain the simplicity that Duo offers and keep in mind how busy CISOs and CIOs are. Demonstrate ROI. Emphasize the added value, cost-effectiveness, and speed of deployment potential for IT. Don't add fluff. CIOs want a conversation backed by hard facts. Now that we've covered key roles, let's shift gears and discuss target verticals. There are 4 main verticals you should target when selling Duo: education, financial services, healthcare, and retail. That said, Duo also has a presence in several other verticals, so don't feel limited to where you can do business. The first vertical we'll cover is education. Specifically, higher education has a unique set of security challenges because of its diverse population that requires varying access privileges. In higher education, there's a high number of BYOD users. Students, faculty, Alumni and researchers with their own devices require access from a variety of locations, both on and off campus. There's a variety of tiered privileges. Sometimes, students who are teacher assistants or student faculty need different access than the rest of the student body. Attackers target personal information to commit identity fraud, reroute teacher payments, and hack personal student accounts. Personal information is a target for hackers in the finance and healthcare verticals as well. These realities cause several pains. BYOD from a diverse set of users, entry points, and increasing adoption of cloud technologies are hard to keep up with. Faculty and students don't want to use security solutions that slow down their everyday work. Administrative and help desk burden is high, with budget pressures and overworked IT and security teams. Phishing attacks and compromised accounts can reroute financial aid and salaries. If these pain points come up in customer conversations, emphasize how Duo instantly deploys to all BYOD users, protects all devices, all apps, and provides flexible privileges options. Reduces adoption barriers through an easy-to-use interface and self-enrollment process. Saves money and eases the management burden through affordable pricing and cloud-based architecture. Enables organizations to defend against phishing attacks with phishing campaign tools, while MFA secures users' credentials. Education has long been a key vertical for Duo. Today, we have over 6 million enrolled users across 653 customers with 2.5 million authentications weekly. Next, we'll focus on financial services. Let's start with some context. Financial services is one industry in which institutions face an increasingly onerous regulatory burden. Governing bodies are always introducing new requirements and guidelines institutions must abide by. For example, the Federal Financial Institutions Examination Council, FFIEC, provides authentication standards and recommendations for stronger online banking security for financial institutions. Additionally, hackers are always actively searching for new ways to circumvent existing security methods, and they are growing more sophisticated all the time. These realities compound when you consider the size of the digital footprint a modern institution has to protect. They have a lot to secure, and a weakness in one area puts the whole infrastructure at risk. These realities, of course, translate to pain points such as difficulty keeping up with evolving regulations. Institutions must implement security solutions to ensure their customers are protected and avoid legal ramifications. Also, bad actors often exploit single-factor authentication to get access to transactions, bank accounts, and sensitive information. The FFIEC recommends institutions should use more than one form to protect against criminals who use man-the-middle attacks to circumvent one-time passcode tokens. Difficulty monitoring and managing devices also creates huge security risks. Normal device identification is problematic since criminals can use proxies to hide their actual location and commit fraud while posing as a legitimate user. And banks use a variety of apps and gateways, all of which need to be secured. This includes VPNs, remote access gateways, on-premises, cloud-based applications, and APIs to cover custom proprietary financial software. Each one of these apps or gateways is a potential node that an attacker can exploit. So how does Duo help address these challenges? It helps address regulatory requirements by offering a more secure method of authentication that protects against attacks. It also gives institutions the ability to verify every user's identity. Layered security controls with two-factor authentication protect every access point. It enables users to set advanced device access policies that improve security posture. It also provides pathways to self-remediation for users and protects both private and company devices to minimize the IT burden. And Duo protects every application using specific access controls and secure single sign-on (SSO), creating simplicity across a broad ecosystem of apps. Next, we'll focus on healthcare. Let's start, of course, by getting some context. Another heavily regulated industry, healthcare has specific laws regarding protecting health information, PHI, that drive the need for health providers to understand how cloud adoption affects their privacy, security, and regulatory compliance. To add to this, health organizations are experiencing clinician shortages, time and cost pressures, and increased patient needs. Increased adoption of mobile and cloud technology provides access to patient data from anywhere using any device, which increases productivity and quality of patient care, but also creates new security risks. And the attack surface is growing due to more devices and the use of cloud technology, increasing the risk that attackers will exploit patient data. The pain points to keep in mind in healthcare are poor user experience with existing tools such as MDM and EPCS impacts clinician productivity, invades privacy, and induces frustration. Overburdened administrators and help desks are the result of new IT projects, a complex vendor management, clinicians overriding solutions, and dealing with access control management. Organizations face a host of complex and burdensome compliance challenges related to HIPAA security rules and EPCS regulations. Duo helps address these pain points by providing easy-to-use authentication solutions that improve clinician productivity with one-push notification and flexible authentication options for different applications. Delivering rapid, out-of-the-box deployment, self-service support, and flexible integration options, SAML, Radius, API, etc., that all reduce help desk burden. Meeting EPCS and HIPAA requirements with remote identity proofing and access control measures, enabling admins to enforce policies on all devices, and providing encryption and passcode protection for data. Next, we'll focus on the key pain points and how Duo helps in the retail industry. The final vertical we'll discuss is retail. Let's set the stage for the industry. Retailers hold a lot of customer data that is valuable to bad actors. Attackers have hit large retailers like Target, Home Depot, Neiman Marcus, Michaels, P.F. Chang's, and many more, targeting their applications and customer cardholder data. To ensure customer credentials are secure, retailers must maintain compliance with regulations such as Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, PCI DSS. And retailers are offering more digitally enabled services like in-store Wi-Fi, BOPUS, and omnichannel, adding to the digital footprint and the potential attack surface. Some of the resulting pains retailers experience are modern attackers target multiple areas, often related to credential theft and exploiting software vulnerabilities. Balancing the need to maintain PCI DSS compliance and protect customer data while granting access to in-store employees. Varied types of people and devices are always connecting to the network and require different levels of management. Employee turnover is very high, which results in a persisting administrative burden for IT. As you sell to retailers, address their pain points by touting the fact that Duo can help them reduce vulnerable access points with a unified security solution, comply with various PCI DSS standards, including 1.0 with Unified Access Security, 6.0 with Unified Endpoint Visibility, and 8.3 with two-factor authentication of system admins and vendors. Verify user identity and create tiered privileges for any device accessing the network. Decrease the burden on IT and improve productivity by enabling self-enrollment and remediation. This module has covered a lot of ground. To learn more about Duo and how it integrates into the Cisco portfolio, continue on to the other trainings in this series, and thank you for your time.